Good morning. You're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, and it is a very, very snowy morning, and I'm here with the lovely Tuesday Girl Buzz. What's going on? I'm hearing you.
Do you have the Zoom fader on, Bay?
There we go.
Yippee!
Ew, what's
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Happy Galentine's.
Happy
Yippee!
Galentine's.
Happy Galentine's. Happy World Radio Day.
Oh,
Woo!
yippee!
Julia, what are we going to be discussing today?
Yes, so I am your co-host Julia, and today we'll be discussing a huge winter storm that has come into the tri-state area. New Jersey State Senate expand anti-discrimination protections, North Jersey traffic, and so much more.
That's right. That's right. But before we get to all of that fun stuff, we got a little news update with Mia Savage. So, what is the latest in the news?
Good morning. I'm Mia Savage, and this is WMSC News. For our top story, nearly half of the world's migratory species are in decline, stated by a report made by the United Nations recently. When species like sharks, sea turtles, and songbirds migrate during the appropriate seasons, they are affected by the increased habitat loss and overall climate change and human effect on the Earth. A statistic about migratory animals states that approximately 44% of their populations across the globe are steadily decreasing. Now, for an international news update, an offshore oil spill has caused a national emergency. Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Keith Rowley, states that Tobago's southwest coast is experiencing oil coasting at their shores. It is still unknown that the vessel is overturned or how much oil originally spilled. Concerns are being raised amongst divers on how to control the oil, according to Chief Secretary Farley Augustine. Now for some local New Jersey news. Father rescues 2-year-old son trapped in sand that collapsed at Seagirt Beach. According to the police, the boy was trapped when a pile of sand collapsed on top of him. It took 2 or 3 minutes to get the child out of the sand, and it is said that the boy is alert and conscious. He was taken for observation to Jersey Shore University Hospital and is expected to be okay. That the area of the shore has been temporarily banned off and concern for the safety of all beachgoers and will be monitored to continue assessing the situation. And for weather this morning, there is a winter storm warning that went off in effect at 1 a.m. several hours ago. It is expected that the frozen precipitation, like flurries and snow, will occur this morning following through to the afternoon. Additionally, it is even with a low of 30 and a high of 40 for today. This has been WMSC News. Whoa, back to you, Nicole.
Thank you for that lovely news update. And we can't have news without sports. So, Marissa, especially because it was a very big day on Sunday. Marissa, what can you tell us about the world of sports?
As much as I'd love to scream sports, I can't for respect for my roommates and those around me. So I will do a very subtle sports.
Woo!
All right. I'm Marissa Thorne, and this is WMSC Sports. In the NFL, the Super Bowl 58 set the records for the most watched televised event in history. CBS announced that the game set the record with an average of 123.4 million viewers who watched the entire game across all of CBS's platforms. CBS brought in 120 million of those views, while the other views came from Nickelodeon, Paramount Plus, or Univision. While 123.4 million people tuned in for the whole game, it goes even farther than that. More than 200 million viewers watched at least part of the game across all platforms. There are a few reasons as to why there was a spike in viewership. One reason is that under the leadership of Mahomes and head coach Andy Reid, the Chiefs quickly became one of the most popular and successful teams in the NFL for this season. Also, with Super Bowl 58 being only the second Super Bowl to go into overtime, this record-setting feat definitely helped in viewership. And of course, it's no secret that Taylor Swift's relationship with Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce spiked viewership throughout the season, and the Super Bowl was certainly no exception. Moving on to the NBA. The Cleveland Cavaliers, who had a 9-game winning streak, were stopped dead in their tracks last night after losing 123 to 121 against the Philadelphia 76ers. Although the game was close in the end, the 76ers offense gave the Cavaliers some real trouble throughout the game. The 76ers superstars that night were Tyrese Maxey, who finished the game with 22 points, along with Kelly Oubre Jr. and Buddy Hield, who combined scored an impressive 48 points. Dean Wade of the Cavaliers was absent for that game. With him being an important player in the Cavaliers' usually strong defense, this absence surely had an impact on their defensive plays. All these variables led to the 76ers putting a stop to the Cavaliers' winning streak. And in PGA, which is Professional Golfers Association of America, Tiger Woods is set to make a return after he withdrew from the Masters tournament last April. He withdrew from the tournament after being seen wincing in pain and later announced that he needed surgery on his right ankle. Woods, who is also the host of this year's Genesis Invitational, is now set to make a return to Riviera Country Club this week. And now for your local scores. In NBA, the New York Knicks lost against the Houston Rockets 103 to 105, and the Philadelphia 76ers won against the Cleveland Cavaliers 123 to 121. In NHL, the New York Rangers won against the Calgary Flames 2-0. The New Jersey Devils won against the Seattle Kraken 3-1, and the Philadelphia Flyers won against the Arizona Coyotes 5-3. For Montclair sports, Montclair State University's basketball team is set to play Rowan University tomorrow, February 14th, here at Panzer Athletic Center. The women's game is set for 5:30 p.m., while the men's game is set for 7:30 p.m. This has been WMSC Sports. Back to you, Laura.
Marissa, it's been brought to my attention that we have to pick a new team. Well, Marissa has to pick a new NFL team to root for the 2024-2025 season.
All right, I didn't know if we were doing this now or later, but okay, absolutely.
I'm saying, you know what? It's been a day. I've been up for 10 minutes.
It's been
We're
a day.
doing it right now.
All right. So for anyone that doesn't know about this, this whole thing started because I made fun of the Seahawks uniform because I thought it was really ugly. And people asked me, my sources, the people, they said, Marissa, what NFL fan are you? Like, what team do you root for? And I said, I root for the Giants because I always grew up rooting for the Giants. My dad is a Giants fan, huge Giants fan growing up. So I root for the Giants. And they said, wow, Marissa, that's boring. They said, you don't have to root for the same team your dad roots for. Create your own destiny. Do what you want to do. And I said, you are so correct. And so I put this was Thanksgiving Day. I put all 32 teams into a wheel and I spun it. And the team that it landed on was the 49ers. So, I mean, maybe this is good luck. Maybe this is just me manifesting. Maybe whatever team I choose, whatever team I choose, maybe that's the team that it is. So, but I have all the teams in a wheel, and I want to get your guys' opinion on this. Should it just be like a one spin, one and done, or should I keep on spinning and do an elimination?
I
So,
think you should keep on spinning and do the elimination.
but
Okay.
okay, here's my thing. I feel like we should spin it twice now, and then twice for hour 2. Then we put those 4 teams in a wheel, and then we spin it again.
Oh, so you want me to only spin it twice?
Yeah, and then hour 2 we'll spin it again. Well, unless we do all 4 now, and then you know what? No, we'll do 2 now, 2 later, then we'll do the deciding factor later.
At the end.
Yes.
All right, so you want me to spin it twice, and those 2 teams it lands on are going to be the teams that are in it.
Yeah, and then we'll spin it again twice. So we
All
have
right.
4 teams to spin from.
What teams are we thinking are going to make it? Or what do we have any? Because I have a few
So
opinions. I have a
silly.
few comments I would like to make if we have time.
I feel like you look like a Green Bay Packer person, like a Green Bay Packer fan. And
That's
I
kind
like
of slay.
Green Bay Packers. Like my best friend lives in Wisconsin, and I just feel like a cheesehead. They're always such nice people.
It's just the Rats.
Oh my God, and that would go so perfect.
I was
Marissa's
told
brand is Rats.
I was told that I would be a good Ravens fan. I don't know what that means, but
I feel like they're
No,
just that's like
they're just saying that.
yeah.
it could be. Okay, so my opinions on this is if we have a second to talk about it. Nicole, do we have a second to talk about it?
Thanks, Pookie.
Okay.
Okay. Was that a no or was that a yes? I can't see.
It was a yes.
That was a
Okay.
yes.
Okay, cool. So I've said this from the start. I really don't want it to be Eagles because I am a Giants fan at heart, and that's their rival. I don't want it to be Eagles. I think if it is Eagles, I would just have to change it later. I think I would actually be disowned if it landed on Eagles. Um, I also don't want it to be the Vikings for my own personal reason. I just don't like the Vikings. So, and then I feel like there are some teams that I wouldn't mind it being. I wouldn't mind being a 49ers fan again. That was pretty cool. The Ravens had a great season. I think it'd be really ironic if it landed on the Seahawks because that's how this whole bit kind of started. But and obviously I would love to be a Giants fan. Like those are my people. So, yeah, all right, let's get this wheel spun. This is the first one.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh no.
Instant Eagles or like
No, 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 no. Starting off with, so are we eliminating or are we doing two teams that I'm picking for now?
We're doing two teams. We're
Okay.
picking.
That was the Dallas Cowboys
Oh, I knew. I was literally about to say, Marissa, you can't be a Cowboys fan.
and the New York Giants.
we're starting off okay.
get
All
the
right.
You're gonna have
Giants
to
in
stay
there.
tuned for the next two teams to spin for.
All right. There it is.
That was hype.
That was
All
good.
right.
Cakes.
Will the Giants take the cake this one time? Stay tuned to find out.
This one time is crazy. They were good in 2012.
Yeah, when we were like 10, they were really good.
Yeah.
She's
When I was a
really
kid.
good.
They're my team.
No, my dad's a Giants fan, so I feel
I'm
that.
so sorry. You know what else I'm sorry for? This
What?
weather.
Oh yeah. That's
Because let's look outside. Whoa, it's a winter wonderland. How lovely. But Montclair State University will shift fully remote operations today, Tuesday, February 13th, due to the storm. There will be no in-person activities, classes, or meetings on both the Montclair and Bloomfield campuses. Administrative offices and the libraries will provide services remotely. The offices and libraries will not be open for in-person services. In-person classes, labs, and studios that can do so should move remotely. Online classes will meet as scheduled. Campus activities and in-person meetings are canceled. The university plans to resume normal operations on Wednesday, February 14th. A message will be sent if that plan changes. As for some Montclair shuttles, they will stop running as of 1 a.m. today. Oh, that already happened. What a silly goose I am. But they're expected to resume operations today at noon if conditions allow. And if you are hungry on campus, especially Montclair's campus, Sam's and Freeman will run a normal schedule. Happy snow day, everybody.
Happy snow day, Pookies.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Yay. Girl Buzz, we made it.
Happy
Yippee.
Valentine's
Yay.
Day. Yay.
Yay.
No, but like I saw that a lot of schools like are doing traditional snow days today, like no virtual school. Multiple
gonna-
schools like in New York City, like private schools in New York City, and then a couple like locally, a couple local townships are also like they're like we're not doing virtual for any grade level, just a snow day. Enjoy the day off. And I was like,
Yippee.
Classic snow day. I'm still waiting on my professor for my class at 9:45 to send out an email. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out an hour or two if I have class.
And we will keep you posted here on the morning bus.
Here on the morning bus, we'll let you know.
But speaking of weather,
Weather. Heavy snow, rain to impart New Jersey through this afternoon. So, according to News 12, winter storms will continue to affect us around 2 p.m. today. A winter storm warning is in effect in North and Central Jersey, while a winter advisory is in effect for South Jersey and Ocean County, as well as coastal flooding warning for all of the shore. Gusts will be in excess of 30 miles per hour at times east of the parkway, whereas statewide, it'll be between 15 to 25 miles per hour. Temperatures tonight will dip below freezing, so anything that is not cleaned will freeze solid. Icy spots continue into Wednesday morning, and it will be windy throughout Wednesday. Forecasters say today's to-do list includes avoiding travel, shoveling snow slowly, dressing in layers, and limiting pets outside. So it's a good thing I have a cat and she does not go outside. So yeah, that's some weather updates.
Yippee. But
Hey.
if you're commuting this morning, good luck.
Mm.
Because if you didn't know, well, we just told you, so I'd hope you'd be listening. But it is currently snowing right now. So many people have decided to either work from home, and some school children will be home as well. But here's everything you need to know about NJ Transit if you are commuting this morning. All New Jersey Transit services will be operating on a full weekday schedule for as long as the weather and road conditions safety allow. Commuters are urged to build extra time in for their travels. NJ Transit will be cross-honoring tickets on today. Forecasters say the storm should be moving out of New Jersey by the mid-afternoon. Several commuters plan to potentially have a snow day, only some will be working from home. You know, after the pandemic, snow days aren't really a thing anymore, and remote learning has been replaced, although some schools have decided to just traditional snow day. But I don't know, how are we feeling about the whole remote no snow days thing anymore,
I
guys?
hate it. Bring back the snow days for the children. And
For
for
the-
me, I like a good snow day.
I'm gonna say something controversial yet brave. Not really. I don't think virtual learning is effective. Like, as someone who had to spend like most of college on Zoom, like, just give us a day off. No, we're not gonna be productive. Like, I'm sorry, but like, if I have a virtual class, no productive discussion is happening compared to when we're in a classroom.
I feel like if your school or, education system has built-in snow days, you should use them. But I think it really depends on where you're at in your education level. Like if midterms are around the corner and you need that extra studying time, or like you could really benefit from a virtual learning experience, or like there's a test coming up and today was your prep day or something, like maybe it could be useful. And I feel like maybe for meetings and things like that, like time sensitive activities, I think it is helpful. But I am, also a traditional wanting the snow day kind of person as well. So a little bit of both, I guess.
Y'all want to hear something funny?
Of
One of my friends is
course.
supposed to go to a taping of the Kelly Clarkson show today, and it has not been canceled.
Well,
So are they still going?
Yes.
I would.
I would.
That's dedication.
It's at
Anything
like
for
1
Kelly.
o'clock.
The snow
would.
should stop by then, but
Yeah.
That's supposed
do
to
I
start before 2 o'clock. So
do
or
I
around-
look like a meteorologist? No.
No, but Mike, Mike I'm sorry, I forgot his name. Mike Rizzo, News 12, told us that it
New
should-
Jersey.
News 12 New Jersey said that it should stop by around 2 o'clock. So we'll hold you to it, Mike Rizzo. We'll see.
All right, Mike. Michael, if I may, government name you. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, I love a good snow day, and it's really pretty watching all the snow fall outside my window.
I know. It's so weird. I'm in the Village right now and I live on the 3rd floor. And to be honest, I'm looking over the parking lot and I'm looking around and I'm like, I live right outside of a tree. And like, it's just so pretty to look at. I just feel like
Just like you, Pookie.
ah, Pookie,
I-
don't talk to me like that. You're so beautiful.
I also live in
Okay.
the village on the third floor. Crazy.
I know you're across from me. You're
Yeah,
like down
literally.
that way.
Julia, if you want to come over just to hang out, we're making grilled cheese later and hot chocolate. So
Really?
I'm on the
Yeah.
5th floor, but my building faces Julia's building.
Oh, you're Basie. Wow.
basil.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll brave the storm. Come see one of y'all. In these hectic
You're
weather.
always welcome.
Thanks, Pookie.
Not only do we get a snow day, but we also get to wish you a happy World Radio Day. That's
Yay!
right.
Woo-woo.
Today, February 13th, also Galentine's Day, we are wishing you a happy World Radio Day. And the history behind today stems from the first radio transmission that was made in that's in 1895. Radio came into existence in the 1920s, and radio stations came into existence almost 3 decades later. After a proposal from Spain, the UNESCO's executive board recommended the proclamation of World Radio Day. This marks the celebration of radio and aims to raise awareness among the public and media regarding the importance of radio. This year's theme is Radio, a century informing, entertaining, and educating. And take a sip every time I said radio. Just kidding. Please don't. Not a call to action.
Only a sip of coffee because it is
Of course.
7:25 in the morning.
Or a
so-
sip of water.
We're back.
Hi, Pookie.
I missed you.
Happy Galentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Happy World
Tell the
Radio
woman that
Day.
you love her if you want.
I love y'all.
I love you too.
I love you,
love the
Pookies.
girl morning buzz.
Love.
I love my
Hearts.
Pookies. But you know what I don't love?
What?
Trump.
Whoa. Same, but this is not a WMSC opinion. This is a personal opinion. But
That's a strong word.
that is true. That's true. But we're gonna jump into some news. Trump seeks Supreme Court intervention in election subversion case. Former President Donald Trump filed a last-ditch request at the Supreme Court. That request is seeking to prevent his prosecution for attempting to overturn the 2020 election from moving closer to trial. Trump asked the justices to put a hold on appeals court ruling that rejected his broad claim of presidential immunity in relation to events leading up to the January 6th attack on the Capitol. The court should block the ruling to, quote, forestall, once again, an unprecedented and unacceptable departure from ordinary appellant procedures and allow President Trump's claim of immunity to be decided in the ordinary course of justice. The U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia issued a ruling against Trump on Tuesday that said it would be implemented February 12th unless former president filed an emergency application at the Supreme Court. If Trump wins the election, he would be in position to order that the charges be dismissed or seek to pardon himself. Wow.
Sounds like a him problem.
Sounds
Oh, well.
a him problem and a lot of appealing and a lot of stuff going on in his department.
So much peeling.
So much peeling.
It's not good for your skin. Don't peel your skin.
Moisturize, babe.
Oh, it's so important, especially during these winter months.
I
But
agree.
we're going to look a little closer into the Garden State. So the state Senate passed a bill that would expand New Jersey's anti-discrimination statutes. During the first voting session of the new legislative term, state senators, along with party lines, passed a bill that would prohibit discrimination based on height and weight. The legislation is the first of its kind in the United States. Federal law does not protect people from discrimination based on height and weight. McKnight, who represents Hudson County, said she wants to ensure New Jersey protects all classes and thinks it's important that people of all sizes are not discriminated against. There are exceptions, though, in the cases where height and weight restrictions are considered bona fide occupational qualifications and safety reasons. While the bill has passed the upper chamber, a companion bill has not been introduced to the state assembly. An accompanying bill would need to be passed by that body before the legislation can head to Governor Murphy's desk.
Wow.
Slay.
Slay. We love anti-discrimination protections, and I think this is very interesting, and I am excited to see what they do with it.
First of its kind, which is very
Yeah.
interesting.
Speaking of first of its kind, and especially here on the Morning Buzz during Galentine's Day, more women look to lead Montclair government. So,
Yippee!
go women. For more than 10 years, only 2 out of the 7 Montclair councilors sitting on the dais have been women. That could change this year. So far, a dozen women have picked up packets to run in Montclair's oh my God, I can never say this word, municipal, thank you, election in May. Probably the most anticipated packet picked up was by Aileen Birmingham, who late Friday afternoon took a packet to run in the 2nd Ward. This week, Amania Toller and Milt Horowitz picked up packets to run in Montclair's 4th Ward. Horowitz also picked up an at-large packet. Toller has been instrumental in both the Montclair Mutual Aid and Friends of Howe House. Toller was previously interested in a seat on the Board of Education. To read more about the municipal election candidates, you can visit montclairlocal.com.
Yay, women.
Yay, women. One thing I love in this world, women and women leaders. And I think I see, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 more leaders on this Zoom with me. So go women. And I really love hearing about Montclair news and women news, especially on a day like today, like World Radio Day. So yippee to that.
Go ladies.
What a great way to start off our morning, girls.
Women
go,
in
girls.
politics.
Women in politics.
And also women in STEM.
Whip.
Women in general.
A whip. Women in politics. That should be.
And women in
That
entertainment.
was so good.
Thanks, guys. I thought about that on the spot.
Women in entertainment, especially.
Why? WIE. That one didn't land as well, but we get the idea.
Oh.
And Laura, you know what we're talking about next? It's our other favorite thing to talk about, Pookie.
Pookie.
This is me and Laura's favorite thing to talk about. Hit it, girl.
North Jersey traffic.
Woo!
Yippee! The Devils are home at the Prudential Center Thursday. The Seton Hall Pirates are playing tomorrow. And the Los Tigres del Norte perform Saturday. And sumo wrestling is coming to the area on Sunday. Hockey comes to MetLife Stadium this weekend with the Jersey Devils versus the Philadelphia Flyers, including a pregame concert by the Jonas Brothers starting at 6:30. The mid-game performance will be by Gaslight Anthem. Then the New York Rangers take on the New York Islanders at 3 p.m. on Sunday, also featuring a first intermission performance by HAR. Getting in and out of Hoboken from Jersey City will be a little bit slower than usual, as portion of Martin Boulevard is closed for water main work through the night. Well, it says it's closed through the 9th, but you know what? It's probably still closed. And in Jersey City, there will be various closures March 1st. For up-to-date traffic information and real-time traffic cameras from throughout the state, you can visit 511nj.org, or you can just dial 511 and get all the information. I'm trying to see what else we got. You know what? Nothing going on in Passaic County that I see. There's nothing in Passaic County. which is actually kind of a shame. But you know what? Maybe that's just good news.
I
No
mean,
news is good news.
Nothing to report.
I'm excited for this concert with the Jonas Brothers.
I'm actually so upset that I can't go
Yeah,
as a shore girl who's a Philly fan.
Mm.
Like, I'm really upset because of something I will get into coming soon during Mia's Theater Kid Corner. Anyway,
No, when you said Jonas Brothers, I was like, oh, the Jonas Brothers. Okay.
We're like hometown boys.
I'm like, all right, love.
They're from Wyckoff, right
boys.
here,
I
right here
love
in
our
Bergen
boys.
County.
I love it. I love it.
Yippee!
Yippee, yippee, yay. I love talking about traffic.
Back to December for a hot little minute.
No.
all right.
I loved that personally, but
That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
I did have a little moment, I'll be honest.
Speak Now is her best work. I said
No,
it.
it really
Speak Now's
is.
her
It's
best
my favorite album.
I love Speak Now.
Well, because friend of the show Danny is like doing a listen because the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. He was like, if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, then I will listen to her entire discography and rate and rank them. And he just listened to Speak Now, and Speak Now is currently the highest rated album that he has listened to of
Yes.
hers. And that's the correct opinion. Speak Now is the best one.
You know what's so funny? I was on Instagram.
Now
I
is my
really
favorite.
thought that I was just following like another Taylor Swift like fan account because Swifty here, and I was like, why does it say Krastic? And I was like, in the Instagram handle, and then I was like, why is Danny Krastic's Instagram profile picture a picture of my girl Taylor? And then
Yeah, it's literally like
I
Fearless.
understood.
It's like
In
the
a-
Fearless
he's
album
in
cover.
an era.
he's literally in
Yeah,
the
bro.
He's
Bro.
having a moment.
I do appreciate his commitment to the bit and that he's holding his end of the deal.
Yes,
what?
I love I love a man of his word.
There you go.
Nothing makes me happier than a good commitment to the bit, you know?
Yes.
That's why I'm spinning for 32 NFL teams.
Because you just gotta commit to the bit, Marissa. We
It's
don't
what
know
I
how
do. It's
real.
what I live for.
And you know who are very good at committing to the bit? Theater kids.
Hmm?
That was
Anyway,
good.
Mia,
this is
speak
Mia's
on
Theater
it.
Kid
Whoa.
Corner
Woo!
with me, Mia Watson, where I bring you your weekly dose of theater and entertainment news. So what I'm calling our top story in the world of Broadway, because this is the one I'm most excited about. Julia, I'm very scared of Julia's reaction right now.
No, you talk. I just
What I'm calling my top story in the world of Broadway, the only two-time RuPaul's Drag Race winner, drag superstar, and mother, Jinx Monsoon is returning to Broadway. It was announced yesterday on Monsoon's Instagram and the musical Instagram, that Jinx Monsoon will return to Chicago in the role of matron Mama Morton after her record-breaking run in the same role last year, making history as the first drag performer in that role. She will return for a limited run of only 20 performances, which is only like 2.5 weeks, to kick off New York City Pride. Her run will begin June 27th and conclude July 12th. I didn't get to see Jinx in their original limited run. So really would love to see her, but
yeah.
if not,
Jinx
I will
Monsoon
just be sad.
is literally like one of my favorite drag queens ever. And my whole apartment, we watch drag every week. And we just went out and saw drag last week. But I cry whenever I literally rewatch Jinx Monsoon's like first season because I just
Yeah.
I'm so
I
emotional.
love Jinx Monsoon.
Like at first I wasn't sure how I felt in the very beginning, and then I like fell in love with them, and like she's just an icon, and I love everything that she does. So that's incredible. That makes me
Yeah.
really, really happy.
Because I think she's on tour right now. So that's why the run is so short. And I think she's touring through the spring. Anyway, moving on to some, in my opinion, very upsetting theater news. On Sunday the 11th, How to Dance in Ohio, based on the documentary of the same name about autistic young adults taking their first steps in learning how to transition into adulthood, closed after only 64 performances and 27 previews. I saw this show like a month ago. I saw it like the day before the spring semester started on a whim because my friend and I won the lottery, and it was absolutely incredible. And I'm really upset that a show like this, like, it was only on like actively in performances like post opening for 2 months. Like, I'm just really upset about it because this story was like, it's so important to like integrate, people, like all people into theater. Like, theater has always been a haven for the misfits, for people who are not necessarily always accepted by society. And this is a show by autistic people, for autistic people, starring autistic people. And it's so important. And it was just very emotional for me. Like, I take a drama therapy class and I was like talking about it in an exercise, and I was like, oh, maybe this show affected me a lot more than I thought it did. Anyway, more Broadway news. On Friday the 9th, multiple Broadway musicals received some new cast members. Tony winners Aaron Tveit and Sutton Foster have taken over the roles of Sweeney Todd and Mrs. Lovett in the hit revival following the departure of Josh Groban and Annalee Ashford last month. Lola Tongue of The Summer I Turned Pretty has joined the cast of Hadestown in the role of Eurydice until March 17th. Along with her, Grammy nominee Annie DeFranco has also joined the company in the role of Persephone until June 30th. I don't know if Julia knew about the Lola Tongue one. You looked like you got really excited. Someone got really excited over Lola Tongue in Hadestown.
I did not. That was not me, but I am excited.
Okay, my question is
Slay.
like, can she sing?
Yeah, so
I
she
think we
actually
can
went
all
to
sing.
so
Like,
Lola
really?
Tongue
I
actually
can't see
went
it.
to LaGuardia High School, which she went to high school with one of my friends actually, which is a performing arts high school in New York City. But my friend and former roommate Jasmine literally graduated high school with her. So like when this dropped, because I don't watch The Summer I Turned Pretty, my sisters do. But when this news dropped, I was like, why is she freaking out? And I was like, oh, it's because it's literally one of her friends from high school. Um, but yeah, I thought, but yeah, I've already gotten some bootlegs on TikTok, and she sounds really good. So anyway,
Yay!
some unfortunately, we're taking a bit of a turn in the Broadway news. On Thursday, it was announced that the London transfer of My Son's a Queer, But What Can You Do has postponed its Broadway premiere less than 3 weeks before the first public performance. Major details have yet to be revealed, but the show will be postponed until 2025, next Broadway season. And on Tuesday, it was announced that Tyne Daly had to withdraw from the Roundabout Theater's production of Doubt after being hospitalized the night of the first preview. Oscar nominee Amy Ryan has taken over Daly's role as Sister Aloysius, starring alongside Liev Schreiber. If you don't know who Amy Ryan is, if you've watched The Office, she plays Holly. Because I was like, when the replacement happened, I was like, why is she so familiar? That's why. Anyway, let's move on to some off-Broadway. Today has kicked off NYC Off-Broadway Week, where you can get 2-for-1 tickets on select shows now until March 3rd. This happens twice a year with regular Broadway and off-Broadway, where there are 2-for-1 deals on select shows. There's usually one in the fall and one in the winter. On Sunday, Eddie Izzard's one-person production of Hamlet opened at Greenwich House Theater off-Broadway. This production has Izzard playing 23 different roles. More about one-person shows. Going across the pond, on Tuesday the 6th, The Picture of Dorian Gray made its UK premiere at the Theatre Royal Haymarket. This production stars Emmy and Golden Globe winner and mother Sarah Snook, best known for her role as Shiv Roy in Succession. And it stars only Sarah Snook. Yes, this is a one-woman show where Snook plays about 28 roles. And I'm going to London next month. I'm trying real hard to see this show because I've heard this show's been on my radar since the summer. And it's gonna be super high tech. Like certain roles are pre-recorded, certain things, X, Y, and Z. I don't know too much about it, and I'm trying to go in pretty blind, but I'm very excited. Anyway, sticking with the UK, Heathers the musical is back in the UK. The hit Across the Pond, based on the cult classic film from 1988, starring Winona Ryder and Christian Slater, will embark on a tour across the UK beginning this July. And for more of the chronically online theater kids, Star Kid Productions, the Michigan-born, now LA-based theater company best known for their parody musicals like the Harry Potter musical trilogy and Trail to Oregon, is going to London for the first time ever. They will be coming to London Palladium May 12th for their live variety show called It's Star Kid, In It? In regional theater news, stage adaptation of Purple Rain is set to make its pre-Broadway premiere in Prince's hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota in spring 2025. The musical will be adapted from the 1984 film of the same name. In national tours, touring productions of Dear Evan Hansen and Addams Family will have been announced. Dear Evan Hansen will embark across North America in fall of 2024, and the Addams Family will begin in spring 2025. In film and TV, guys, we got to talk about the Wicked trailer
It looks mid.
because
Oh my
I was
God,
at
yeah.
a Super Bowl party with a bunch of theater people, and the room had never been so silent.
I
Why?
heard Wicked
I don't
have
think
trailer.
Nicole has
something-
something to say.
Wait,
Why
Also-
did they change the riff? The classic riff, why did they change it?
I feel like every alphabet makes it
True.
her own.
I
But,
guess I wanted
like,
to like
okay,
Here's my thing, guys. Sorry. I gotta say, Ariana Grande has not grown out of her Nickelodeon acting, and it's showing.
Oh no,
No,
that's,
because
that's pretty
when-
real, yeah.
When she like came on the screen and was like, "You're green," I was like, "That's Cat Valentine."
Yeah. Yeah.
She doesn't
No,
look
but
good.
like
I hope she's okay.
I love the background of it. Like there's no CGI with it. Like that's what the director said. There's no
No,
CGI.
I saw
there's no
a
blue
TikTok.
screen, and I was like,
That shot where they're running through the field of like all those flowers, they planted 9 million tulips
the
for
dedication.
just for that shot for them to run through this flower field.
That's
Anyway,
crazy.
That's
The
crazy.
first trailer
That's bizarre. That's
for the Wicked
crazy.
movie debuted during the Super Bowl on Sunday. The film adaptation of the monster hit musical starring Tony Award winner Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, and global superstar Ariana Grande as Glinda will be released in 2 parts. Part 1 will be released Thanksgiving weekend. And also last week, Disney surprise announced Moana 2, which will be released the same day. So are we gonna have a Barbenheimer situation? Mo Wicked, perhaps? Which one are you guys watching first?
Mo
Wicked.
I'm thinking
Wicked Mo.
I'm thinking Moana then Wicked.
Back-to-back viewings?
I don't know. How do we feel
Yes.
about this Moana sequel? Like I
I
feel
don't care.
like why
I'm more
I
here
wasn't
for it.
expecting it.
I feel like it was wrapped up so nicely, but that's the one thing that Disney's really good at is taking really nicely wrapped things and tearing it apart
Unwrapping it.
and
I'm more
unwrapping
here
them.
for
and
it.
unwrapping it for a profit.
I'm more here for it than the live action remake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I agree.
Let's continue with some theater adjacent film and TV stuff. So The Color Purple, the adaptation of the film adaptation of the stage musical, is headed to streaming this week. It will appear on Max beginning Friday the 16th. And PBS will air the film production of recent Broadway revival, Pearly Victorious, a non-Confederate romp through the Cotton Patch, as part of their Great Performances series this spring. In other news, the Oscars have announced that beginning next year, there will be a new category added, Best Casting. This is the first new category for the Academy since Best Animated Feature in 2001. Let's wrap this up with some Montclair State Department of Theater and Dance news. The first production of the semester, Anyone Can Whistle, begins performances this Saturday, the 17th. This is why I can't go to the Flyers Devils game. Performances run the 17th, and then from Wednesday the 21st through Saturday the 24th, MSU students can claim a free ticket from the Castor Theater box office with a valid student ID. I may or may not be the stage manager for this production, and that's why I cannot go to the hockey game. Anyway, the student campaign to maintain L. Howard Fox Theater is still going strong with a petition on change.org on the rise to its goal of 5,000 signatures. That's it for my Theater Kid Corner. My name is Mia Watson. Let's get back to the buzz.
We're so buzzing. The girls are buzzing on Galentine's Day because you are listening to the Morning Buzz right here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. You just heard from Mia. That was Theater Kid Corner. Thanks for starting your morning with us, but don't you go anywhere if you don't want to, because we have a whole second hour to get to. But before we get into any of that, Mia, I'm itching for a news update I'm itching. What's going on?
No, me too. I'm itching to tell you all a news update. So, good morning. I'm Mia Savage, and this is WMSC News. For our top story, nearly half of the world's migratory species are in decline, stated by a report made by the United Nations recently. When species like sharks, sea turtles, and songbirds migrate during the appropriate seasons, they are affected by increased habitat loss and overall climate change and human effect on the Earth. A statistic about migratory animals states that approximately 44% of their populations across the globe are steadily decreasing. Now, for an international news update, an offshore oil spill has caused a national emergency. Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Keith Rowley, states that Tobago's southwest coast is experiencing oil coasting on their shores. It is still unknown the vessel that overturned or how much oil originally spilled. Concerns are being raised amongst divers on how to control the oil, according to Chief Secretary Farley Augustine. Now for some local New Jersey news. Father rescues 2-year-old son trapped in sand that collapsed at Seagirt Beach. According to the police, the boy was trapped out of when a pile of sand collapsed on top of him. It took 2 to 3 minutes to get the child out of the sand, and it is said that the boy was alert and conscious. He was taken for observation to Jersey Shore University Hospital and is expected to be okay, thankfully. That area of the shore has been temporarily banned out of concern for the safety of all beachgoers and will be monitored to continue assessing the situation. Now with weather, this morning, there is a winter storm warning that went into effect at 1 a.m. several hours ago. It is expected that frozen precipitation, like the snow we've been seeing, is occurring this morning following through to the afternoon. Additionally, it is an even low of 30 and a high of 40 for today. And today is one of the warmest days of the week. The temperature will fluctuate throughout the several day span, but gradually overall get colder, reaching a peak low of 32 degrees tomorrow on Wednesday. And this has been WMSC News. Back to you, Laura.
Thanks, Mia.
Thank
And
you.
now it's time to find out our other teams for Marissa to pick for the NFL, but not yet. Marissa has to give us the sports update. So what's going on?
Absolutely. Sports. Respectfully. Good morning. I am Marissa Thorne, and this is WMSC Sports. In NFL, Super Bowl 58 set the record for the most watched televised event in history. CBS announced that the game set the record with an average of 123.4 million viewers who watched the entire game across all of CBS's platforms. CBS brought in 120 million of those views, while other views came from Nickelodeon, Paramount Plus, or Univision. While 123.4 million people tuned in for the whole game, it goes even farther from there. More than 200 million viewers watched at least part of the game across the platform. There are a few reasons why there might have been a spike in viewership this season. One reason was that under the leadership of Mahomes and head coach Andy Reid, the Chiefs quickly became one of the most popular and successful teams in the NFL for this season. Also, with Super Bowl 58 being only the second Super Bowl to go into overtime, this record-setting feat definitely helped in viewership as well. And of course, it is no secret that Taylor Swift's relationship with Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce spiked viewership throughout the season, and the Super Bowl was no exception. In the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who had a 9-game winning streak, were stopped dead in their tracks last night after losing 123 to 121 against the Philadelphia 76ers. Although the game was close in the end, the 76ers offense gave the Cavaliers some real trouble throughout the game. The 76ers superstars that night were Tyrese Maxey, who finished the game with 22 points, and Kelly Oubre Jr. and Buddy Hield, whose combined scored an impressive 48 points. Dean Wade of the Cavaliers was absent that game. With him being an important player in the Cavaliers' usually strong defense, his absence surely had an impact on their defensive plays. All of these variables led to the 76ers putting a stop to the Cavaliers' winning streak. And in PGA, which is the Professional Golfers Association of America, Tiger Woods is set to make his return after he withdrew from the Masters tournament last April. He withdrew from the tournament after being seen wincing in pain and then later announced that he needed surgery on his right ankle. Woods, who is also the host of this year's Genesis Invitational, is now set to make his return to Riviera Country Club this week. And for local scores, in the NBA last night, the New York Knicks lost against the Houston Rockets 103-105, and the Philadelphia 76ers won against the Cleveland Cavaliers 123-121. In NHL, the New York Rangers won against the Calgary Flames 2-0. The New Jersey Devils won against the Seattle Kraken 3-1, and the Philadelphia Flyers won against the Arizona Coyotes 5-3. And for Montclair State University's basketball team is set to play Rowan University tomorrow, February 14th, here at Panzer Athletics Center. The women's game is set for 5:30 p.m., while the men's game is set for 7:30 p.m. This has been WMSC Sports. Back to you, Laura.
Thank you, Marissa. But we must do some things
Of course.
before we move on.
If you are, oh, sorry. Do you want to explain?
So, for those who don't know, actually, I was going to bring something up. Marissa, you explain, and then I'll bring up the proposition.
Okay. So, for those that are just tuning in now, I'm going to make a really long story short. I did a silly thing last season because I made fun of the Seahawks uniform because it was ugly. That statement still stands. The neon is ugly. The neon on neon is ugly. But then I got flamed because apparently my team is boring. I was a Giants fan, so I put all 32 teams in a wheel and I spun it and I got the 49ers. So now we are doing that live on air to see what team I might be supporting next season. And we spun twice. And the way that we're doing it is we're going to put, I think, 6 or 8 teams into one final round, and then we're going to do an elimination. The 2 teams that are in there as of now are the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants, which I feel like the world is kind of pushing me to continue to be a Giants fan, but I guess we'll see what the wheel says. What do you have to say?
Mia earlier in our Zoom chat brought up that there should be 6 teams that we spin for. And I think I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. I think, can I change it? Can I say we make it 8?
Whoa, that's
Wow.
crazy.
Or is
I love
8 a
that.
little crazy?
No, but in a good kind of crazy.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
we need it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So
I
I'm gonna.
guess
So you want me to quickly spin the other 6 now,
Spinning
and
the
then we'll do
wheel.
spin it? Okay.
spin it, and then we'll do the final at the end.
That's gonna be Carolina Panthers.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Mm.
I
Little
mean,
random.
okay, like, fine, whatever. Like, I'm not really. Okay. That is the New York Giants again, so I'm gonna respin. Like I said, I feel like the world is just pushing me to be a Giants fan. The New England Patriots.
Ugh.
Oh God,
How do we feel about that?
not feeling good.
I was never
This
a Tom
lineup
Brady
is like
person.
Op City, bro.
I know, this is weird. This is a strange.
No, I don't really vibe with that. I
I
don't
don't either.
All right, so we have 4 so far. Oh my God, the Giants again.
I think that it's just in your blood. You'll always be like a Giants fan, but
The
then
Oakland Raiders.
that's interesting.
These
I
are
believe
the
that was
teams
really
that I would
funny.
never really think to
Yeah, these are
be
pretty
fans
random.
of.
I really
irrelevant.
Yeah, like these are just really
Yeah.
strange. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of boring as of right now, you know?
There's nothing too wild. Like if you walk out of this a Patriots
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Not,
it's Eagles.
no. Not the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
No.
Oh
We're
god.
at, we're at 6.
Also, aren't the Raiders in Vegas now?
We are at 6. I'll spin for 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do it at like the final. Okay.
All right.
We got the 49ers again.
What the
Whoa.
hell?
He might be meant to be a 49ers fan with
That
me.
might be in the
Or a
cards for
Giants
you.
fan, it really seems like.
Yeah.
The
Alright, one more.
An
Raiders
Eagles
again.
fan. Who knows?
Oh. The New York Jets.
All right.
I feel
Alright,
like
Marissa.
Marissa is
This full lineup. is pretty
So
crazy.
here's the lineup. We got the Dallas Cowboys, the Panthers, the Patriots, the Raiders, Seahawks, 49ers, Jets, and Giants.
If you want to hear what team Marissa's rooting for the next football season, please stay tuned to the end of the morning buzz here on WMSC.
Woo!
We got quite a lineup, Marissa.
I'm really scared. I
You
would be,
should
I think I'd be okay with the Giants or the 49ers. I can even the
What
Jets
the
are just
gas?
bad. The Jets are just bad. I don't like I can settle being a Jets fan, but they're just not good. I'm so sorry, Alex. Alex, if you're listening, I'm so sorry.
Shout out to our assistant production director for real.
For real. I mean, I
But
guess I could yeah, okay. We'll move on. We'll move on.
So I hope you stay tuned to find out what team Marissa's rooting for. But you don't have to stay tuned any longer for MSU Confessions. Yippee!
I'm so
Yay,
excited. My
yippee-yi-yay.
favorite.
Yippee! These stories are not our personal experiences. These are stories from anonymous people who submitted to the Instagram account Montclair State Confessions for us to laugh at. Giggle, giggle. This account is not affiliated with MSU or WMSC. Anonymous said, quote, "Coming for my appearance at an 8 p.m. night class is insane when you look like you have an extra chromosome." What? That's so mean. I didn't come to class to impress anyone. I came to pass and graduate.
Wow.
Who wrote this? That's horrendous.
Don't like
They
that.
need to be
I do
canceled.
not like that at all. No,
That's
absolutely
horrendous.
not.
That's
Some things
horrendous.
stay up here.
We're gonna no comment that, I feel like, because I think we're all in agreement that that's not a nice thing to say.
That was very
No.
mean.
Girly pops don't support other girlies saying things like that. But this is
Yeah.
anonymous. We don't know who that is. So let's
That
move
was very
on.
mean.
That was mean, and we don't support that behavior. So that's why you're not getting any attention from us anymore. We're moving on. Anonymous said, quote, "What's up with all these girls getting a boyfriend and then totally forgetting about their friends? Like, geez, we're just non-existent to you since you got a boo now." I love when people say boo, like when they're talking about their boyfriend or
It's
girlfriend.
because you my boo-boo.
You're my boo-boo. I have had friends like this that have like gotten a partner and then they're in that like that honeymoon phase, I think I like to call it. And sometimes they grow out of it. Sometimes they just, it's about honey boo boo. And, that's tough. We hate to see that happen too, but I think proper communication can save this one. What are our thoughts?
I agree.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And it's
But
the
also,
season of
like,
love. What were you
I've
gonna
found with like younger, like when you're, like high school, college, especially, like, a lot of people like are in their first relationships and they don't really know how to balance a partner and like healthy friendships. And sometimes it's difficult, and then like the people who are single, it's like, oh well, like you just forgot about me.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you got to understand there's a priority shift,
Yeah.
but also like as the person in the relationship, you also have to like actively choose. It's like the same thing like trying to figure out friendships as an adult. Like you have to make time for people. You can't just
Yeah.
assume that they're going to be free when you're free.
That's very
know?
valid. I think making sure I think one really great thing that you said is like managing like your friendships and making sure you prioritize, like if you have plans with like your friends, like make sure you like see those through. And then if you have plans with your boyfriend, like, yeah, like just arrange your schedule accordingly and, show up for people and, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be all good. But yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Speaking of yapping.
Woo.
Yeah. Anonymous said, quote, "To the guy in my business class, shut up. Let the professor talk. Let us talk. Do you have any social awareness? You're a broken record that keeps yapping. Why are you in business? Go major in yapology."
That's what I'm
Nah, they kind of got a point though. They kind of popped off on that one.
Is
And
it?
I feel like it's kind of can I say this? I think it's a little similar for like film majors too sometimes.
I was
Like
just
I
gonna
feel like
say,
film majors and business majors just like to yap to yap. I mean, me
So, like-
too, but that's why I'm here.
is Yapology just communications?
That's what my major's in.
How do I switch my major?
I'm a comm major. Like, so
Guys, I'm actually staying for an extra 2 years. I'm gonna switch over to Yapology. That's what I want to do.
You're
I
so
love
right.
Yappen. I feel
What
like
if-
in class, there's such a like everybody, especially that person, like everybody wants to leave, and the professor's like getting closer to finishing up class, and someone's got to start yapping during that like sweet 10 to 15 minute spot where they might let you go early. It's like, can't we read a room a little bit? And I think that's tough.
Yeah.
You're tough.
I
All
think
right.
that word also is just so funny. Yapology.
I love the word yapping. Like, I don't know if you guys pay attention to like Tara Yummy. She's like big on TikTok, was big on YouTube. I think she's an icon. But she has a necklace that says yapper. like like yapper. Like she just loves to
Need.
yap. And I was like, that's so like I get that. I really, really get that. Who doesn't love a little yip yap? But I think with your professor, you could just wait till after class. But,
Yeah.
all right. Let me
I'm
just yap.
dying over this next one, Julia.
Mm-hmm.
Anonymous said,
This next one has me dying.
I love the warm weather and all, but geez, y'all smell like nickels. You can get deodorant and body wash for free at the pantry. Y'all have no excuse. Take more than one shower a day. You are all too grown for this.
Wait, now hold on. Am I about to like out myself here? Does anyone take more than one shower a day?
Only if I, like,
Depending,
work
I'm
out.
not opposed. I'm not opposed to 2 showers in one day, depending
Yeah.
on the day.
Yeah, it really depends, like with
Usually-
hair and everything. But
I also think it
Like
depends on
yesterday-
the person too. Like I feel like some people just like naturally don't like get as gross and like other people naturally do. And like that's fine, but I think it depends
Yeah.
on the person.
I
Like
only-
yesterday, I took 2 showers, but that's because I needed to wash my hair, and then I ended up going to the gym.
Oh yeah.
exactly. Like
Yeah,
that makes
hair and
sense.
everything.
I also feel like the only time I really take 2 showers a day is because I live at the beach and I shower after the beach every day. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's that. But I don't wash my hair for like 4 to 5 days. I think me and Nicole have
Mhm.
talked about this. Like I
Yep.
stretch that far, and that is one hill I will die on. I think that you gotta. If you're washing your hair every day, I think that's really, really bad for your hair.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really bad for your hair.
I
Speaking of-
do. If I don't wash my hair for like a day and then I go into like the next day, it looks so bad. It looks so bad.
Marissa, I feel like I've never seen your hair look greasy though, ever.
My hair I feel like is always because I wash it every day.
We have to train your hair.
No, girl, I
Train her
can't
Yes,
do
you
it.
do.
It's like when you go on like acne medication and like your skin like purges. It's the same thing with your hair
Yes. And then after
because
that,
your hair overproduces oil because you wash it too much.
because you're stripping your natural oil. It's so honestly, they should really teach these things. I'm like a firm believer that in high school they didn't take health seriously enough. Like this is just my personal opinion. Like there's a lot of things that like we don't talk about enough. Like, and I think personal hygiene and making sure like I don't think overwashing your hair is like too much of a topic, but I think it's something a lot of people don't realize. And like a lot of people I love the feeling of washing my hair on hair wash day. So it's easy. I used to wash my hair every other day, but now
That's too much.
it's too much.
I can't get over that this person said people smell like nickels.
Yeah, the
Like,
nickels comment
that's what
was
killed
so
me.
specific too. And it's just like we all know what nickels smell like. So I feel like it's just like
I-
the fact that you
But like,
picked-
why not pennies or quarters or dimes? Like, it has to be
Pepperoni.
nickels.
I feel like whenever someone smells, it smells like a deli sandwich in their armpits. Like that's what I think. But the nickels comment
This convo is killing me.
is just a little bit too specific.
It is a little bit too specific.
Specific.
But you know what else is really killing me? I don't know about you, but this weather, is absolutely killing me. It's a little chilly outside. It's actually really chilly outside. It's snowing. And it wouldn't be Lara on the Morning Buzz if she didn't play Grayscale. This is painkiller weather. Good morning. I don't know about you, but I was vibing so hard. That was Painkiller Weather by Grayscale. They're actually going to be at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park in April. But that was fun, funky, and fresh, unlike this weather. And, well, we have some unfortunate news, I guess. King Charles III is finally speaking out about his diagnosis for the first time since it was revealed he is battling cancer. He said in an Instagram post, quote, "I would like to express my most heartfelt thanks for the many messages of support and good wishes I have received in recent days. As all those who have been affected by cancer will know, such kind thoughts are the greatest comfort and encouragement." The monarch continued, quote, "It is equally heartening to hear how sharing my own diagnosis has helped promote public understanding and shine a light on the work of all those organizations which support cancer patients and their families across the UK and wider world. My lifelong admiration for their tireless care and dedication is all the greater as a result of my own personal experience."
Aww.
Charles.
Poor Charles. We're sending our support to you
From across the pond.
from across the pond.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, in a totally different set of news, we could talk about Usher marries his longtime girlfriend after the Super Bowl. Wow, wow, wow. The
Yeah.
headliner- yeah. The headliner
Okay.
for this year's Apple Music Super Bowl 58 halftime show, and his longtime girlfriend, Jennifer or Jen, I'm sorry if I mispronounced this name, Gio Chia, have officially tied the knot after filing for a marriage license with the Las Vegas Clark County Clerk. I'm sorry, I don't know if you hear that, but there's an alarm going on in front of my apartment, so I'm so sorry. Okay, the singer and the senior music executive tied the knot over the weekend amid Usher taking the Super Bowl stage inside Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Usher and Giochia have linked since they were first photographed together back in 2016. They then sparked rumors of a romance when they were seen at producer Keith Thomas's birthday celebration in June of 2019. The couple confirmed their relationship when Usher was photographed with Miami born and raised executive backstage at the October 2019 Hollywood Bowl. Wow. That's a pretty quick turnaround from the performance to getting married. Anybody think that it's because of the Alicia Keys Usher
Yes.
rumors?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because everybody all over like TikTok and everything is like, Alicia Keys' husband and like Usher's girlfriend are probably sitting here like jaw on the floor watching this. And
I
I
would
have a lot of
too.
thoughts on the halftime performance, separate from this news, but very, very interesting that this happened over the Super Bowl weekend after that performance. Because at first, when Alicia Keys like took the stage, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Alicia Keys. Like, wow, she looks phenomenal. Like her fit, incredible. And then all of a sudden it just seemed a little bit flirty. And I was like, oh my gosh. Wow. And then now it's like a couple days later, it's like they tied the knot over the weekend. It's like, well, you know what? Sounds like an ultimatum was set, but we probably don't know. But interesting.
Do you think that Jen knew how close they would be? Or even Alicia Keys' husband, right?
I
Like,
have
do you think
no
they knew the
idea.
choreography?
I feel like if you're dating somebody that's famous, or you owe it to each other to be like honest, especially the performer should say like, hey, just so you know, during the Super Bowl, like they want us to be lovey-dovey looking. So if you
Yeah.
so during this performance, like, but who knows? Maybe something wasn't said, maybe something was said. Maybe this is an example of healthy communication and they just wanted to say, let's go get married in Las Vegas.
I kind of think it's a two-way streak though. Like when you are with
Yeah.
someone who is famous, it's kind of a little expected that they might have to do something like this for their career. But yeah,
Yeah.
that communication is very important. Being like, look, we have to do this. Like, it's not something I want to do, but I'm giving you that heads up, that warning. So,
Absolutely.
It
so I think
reminds
it's
me
like
of
a
like
two-way streak.
acting.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
a
I
lot
think
about
with
acting.
with performers in general, like, theater major, a lot of theater people date each other, but like, I feel like there's a mutual understanding where it's like, hey, sometimes I'm gonna have to do things like the play I'm doing right now, Anyone Can Whistle. There is a romance between two characters, but both of the actors are in relationships
Mm,
outside of this play.
yeah.
And like some people get weird about it, but like when I was in high school and I had to do an onstage kiss with somebody and I had to be like with my boyfriend like, "Hey, I'm sorry, but like that's what the show calls for." Like it's part of the deal
I do
to
feel like it is a little bit different though, because like that's acting as a role. This is
yes,
Usher being Usher and Alicia Keys being Alicia Keys at the Super Bowl. So I do
I
think there
agree.
is a little bit of a difference with that. But I do totally know what you're saying. Like maybe they just did this for like, to draw more attention. I personally, this is
Yeah.
just my opinion. I did not like the Super Bowl halftime performance. My roommate Shelby loved it, really, really loved it. I did not like it at all. I thought, like in my personal opinion, I thought it was really, really random having Usher there. And I don't know. I sat there the whole time going like, why is this happening? Like I was really bored. Yeah, Nicole just said like I was bored. I was bored the entire time.
I liked it. I thought the
No,
roller
but
skates were silly.
The roller skates
I
were good.
just found
Alicia
out.
Keys
That
looked
was
great.
cool though, I will say that. But I don't
Well,
know,
I
the
just found
song
out.
choices I wasn't a big fan of. Like I feel like he has so many other better hits that he could have performed. And like why
At least
didn't he?
was there.
I
Yeah,
personally
Yeah.
if he didn't play that, I
He
would have
Yeah.
went
he either
off.
had to start or end with yeah. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
But
I
I found
personally
out over the weekend that like the host city is who nominates like the artists for the halftime show.
I thought
And so
Apple Music
Usher,
picked. I don't know why. I thought that they picked.
Really, I
no,
didn't know
Usher
that.
Usher is a Vegas resident. Like he's had a residency for the last 3 years. So I guess it was like oh yeah, like, let's give him his moment, all that stuff. But like, he in interviews he was like, "Oh, like I gotta try to sum up a 30-year career in like X amount of minutes." And he played so many songs. I'm like, I don't, huh?
You know who else is a Las Vegas resident? Britney Spears. You know who else? Celine Dion.
Adele.
Yeah, I'm like, I think he was so random, and I also don't think he's come out with like, this is my personal opinion once again, any good music since like 2010, 2000 max 15. And I'm like waiting for there to be like a good classic rock Super Bowl halftime show. Like throw in, I said this, I ranted to Laura about this like a lot. Like throw in like the Foo Fighters, throw in
Oh,
like
please.
why has Stevie Nicks never played a Super Bowl? Also, Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton, that collab would be incredible.
Give
Who's picking these
give
people?
Miley Cyrus and Dave Grohl the Super Bowl halftime show, please.
for
Literally.
real.
And I saw Dave
Yes.
Grohl like at See Her Now like last year with the Foo Fighters. Like they still rock so heavily. Like they deserve to have a Super Bowl halftime performance. Like
Bro, get Metallica in there.
yes,
I agree.
me and my roommates literally
Yes.
said Miley Cyrus, Dolly Parton, Metallica, all in the same one because Miley Cyrus has covered Metallica songs, and Dolly Parton and Miley Cyrus just go together so
And
well.
they've sang together already. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're such a good
that would be
pair.
the collab. that we
Dolly's her
needed.
godmother.
Can we talk
Collab of the
about the
century.
Wrecking Ball duo they did? Oh my gosh, I
Mhm.
like that song better than the original. Like it's
Yeah.
so good. It's
Mhm.
so emotional.
I just the entire time I was also one of those people watching the halftime show this year where like I really thought that one guy was CeeLo Green, and I also thought the other guy was the guy from LMFAO or LMAO. Like I was so confused the entire halftime show, like of who was who because they
Well, no,
didn't show the
'cause-
name. So I was like, "That's CeeLo
'cause
Green.
I
Why is
thought-
he not singing any of his songs?"
Well, because Ludacris, I was like, why does Ludacris kind of look like Colin Kaepernick? And I was like, oh, that's definitely on purpose.
Oh my gosh, you think so? I didn't even make
Yeah.
that connection. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. But you know what? Some people really
You
like
know who else was at the Super Bowl? Because I
Who?
saw this on TikTok. with Gordon Ramsay, Guy Fieri.
Wow, wow,
Who
wow.
brought
It was a
Flavor
great
Town
Well,
TikTok.
stadium?
speaking of Guy Fieri, right, Lara?
Yeah.
Speaking of Guy Fieri, he addresses his plans for his business.
No way the mayor of Flavortown is starting to do things.
I love Guy Fieri. I really do. If there's one goal in life for me to have is to have that man's job.
So Guy Fieri has addressed his recent comments in which he said he plans to leave his sons nothing unless they meet a certain criteria. The mayor of the mayor of Flavortown doubled down on his rule that any potential successor earned 2 degrees in order to take over. He said, quote, Jules was in the law program at Loyola Marymount, Ryder's graduating high school, Hunter's in the master's program at the University of Miami. I told them, if these guys want it, they got to give me 2 degrees, 2 post-grad, and then they can go after it. But they're going to run the show. I will be out, folks. Fieri's 3 kids expressed their doubt and skepticism that the icon will never really hand over the reins. One thing he's willing to give his sons control over is his Flavortown tailgate at Super Bowl each year, which he says he feels confident enough that his sons will nail. Hunter added that they will still pay their dad according to his contribution.
Wow. If he's not going to give it to
Interesting.
his sons, give it to a strong woman that'll take care of your business.
That's what
Us.
I'm getting at.
Give it to us.
Give
Give
it
it
to
to the
us.
girl bossies.
I love,
Give it to Marissa.
Give it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yo, make me the queen of Flavortown for real.
Rat Queen of Flavortown.
Rat queen of Flavortown. Get Guy
Black
Fieri on
Queen
the
of
phone.
flavor.
Get Guy Fieri on
that'd
the
be
phone
so
right
good.
now.
Like, oh, what the heck? That's crazy. That's so interesting though, too, that he's like, he openly is like, if they don't meet a certain criteria, I feel like this is a closed like bedroom door like conversation that you have with your kids. Like, you're like, just so you know, if you don't do these things, like it's so funny that he puts it out publicly. He's like, just so everyone knows, if my kids do not meet the criteria.
Just so everyone's clear.
Yeah, it's like
Just so everyone's clear, if my kids don't meet my expectations, I'm giving everything to
Just
Marissa
like
Thorne down at
this.
WMSC.
Yeah, he's like, by the way,
Thank
they're
God.
not guaranteed this life. They're not guaranteed the flavor. If they don't give the flavor, they don't get the flavor. That's
You
pretty
know
much
who
what
gives
he's
the
saying.
flavor?
Who?
Rat Queen.
The Rat Queen.
Rat-a-tat-tat. Petition for
Ratatouille.
Marissa to be in charge of Flavortown. Can I be
Yeah.
your VP, your vice president of Flavortown?
Absolutely. I would want no one else. Thank you,
you.
Julia.
Thank you, Marissa.
And everyone else will have a position as well.
We're all going to be on board with, we would bring so much flavor and spice.
We bring so
to
much flavor to that
Flavortown.
town.
Guy wouldn't even know what to do with himself. He would say, whoa, there's almost too much flavor in here.
One would say there's too much flavor in this town. There's not enough flavor in this town for the two of us, Guy Fieri.
There we
Oh.
go.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Anyway,
Yeehaw is
hand it over to
right,
Nicole.
but speaking of flavor, I guess some people could say that Usher brought it to the Super Bowl, but this is caught up.
That was good.
That was Usher, and we're back here on the Morning Buzz with the girl, please.
We're so back. We are so back.
We're so back.
And we're so back. And it's time for our weird news. We're gonna get a little weird.
The girlies are getting just a little bit weird.
The girlies are just trying to return their stuff, you know.
Mhm.
A Costco shopper tested the limits of a retail club's return policy by bringing back a 3.5-year-old sofa just because she stopped liking it. The shopper said in a TikTok video that's been viewed nearly 3 million times, said, quote, I just didn't like it anymore. We don't like the color anymore. She explained that she did not only have the original receipt, but recalled the date on which she had originally purchased the couch. That allowed Costco retail clerk to process the transaction to issue a full refund She explained, quote, I told her the date I bought it. She looked it up in the computer, told me exactly which one it was. That was it. She asked me if there was anything wrong with it. I just said I didn't like it anymore. Then they gave us a full refund to his card, so yeah, it worked. So like,
Wow.
I want to know how like raggedy this couch was.
That's what I'm thinking the whole time you're talking. I'm like, did she have couch covers on this? And also, who the heck would ever like buy that couch if I'm standing behind that woman in line and I know that they take couches from like 2020 back during, also think about how disgusting, like we're in 2024 now, 3.5 years ago is like peak COVID times. Like there's probably illness on that couch. And like unless they, I think all Costco stuff should have like a 6-month max return policy, because that's wild. That is wild. You should not be able to do that and then be like, I mean, Costco's a corporation. I'm sure they can handle the loss on this one, but for future reference, that's crazy. That's like buying gas at Costco and then being like, it just wasn't for me. I had it for a couple miles, but I
Yeah, but-
decided, you know what? I came back here to get it out, you know?
I don't know
I don't
about
know,
What do you
y'all, but
mean?
guys, in Staten Island, the Costco lines to get gas are so long. Like,
Yeah,
it's
because
bad.
people love the Costco gas, apparently. I've never had Costco gas.
Did any of you guys try the new Costco cookie?
No.
No.
It was so good. Like, I was in shock. I thought it was just gonna be like a very like not,
Guys, they're hype
smid
around
chocolate
this
chip cookie.
cookie?
No, like this is like, and I am like, chocolate chip cookies are like my favorite and only homemade, but this tasted like a homemade cookie and I was in love.
The mint chocolate chip cookie or regular
No,
chocolate chip?
no,
Oh,
regular.
I have
I'm
never
not a mint
been
chip person.
I've never been to Costco.
I love mint chip.
Yes, neither have I.
We need to do a Costco
Who
trip.
said that? No, I've never been to Costco. I was always a BJ's girly
Me
growing
either.
up.
There's no
Yeah, I've
Costco
never
near
been
me.
there, so
My
I
parents are Sam's Club people.
I only go to Costco really when I'm up here because my roommate has a Costco membership, so we go in like a pack. But I just get so excited to get a hot dog every time I go. Hot dog, $1.50 with a drink.
Wait, don't they have a deal? I could be wrong, but don't they have like this whole thing where you can get like 35 hot dogs for like $17 or something crazy
mean,
like that?
That's probably I would not.
I wouldn't put it past them. From what I've never been there, but from what I've seen, it's
It's
crazy.
such an experience going to Costco too, because like I always think about it this way. Like they have so many free samples. People are like coming out of the woodwork. It's just like this. They set up their last time. It was like me and my roommates. They were like serving cheeseburgers as it's like to try the burger with a piece of cheese on it in a cup. Then you go 2 things down. It's like, oh, try this new poppy flavor. Oh, by the way, try cereal. Try this pita chip with hummus. It's like you get a
Most
full
random
meal
stuff.
when you go there. Like it's literally like getting a full meal. And then on the way out, you reward yourself for all your hard work and you get a hot dog and a Diet Coke. And you know what? I feel happy when I go there. I'm overstimmied a lot sometimes because they sell everything in bulk. Like they'll sell like an almond milk pack of like 6 cartons of almond milk for like
So it's like-
$12.99, and you're like, wow, this is a lot. But at the same time, you're like, wow, I'm saving so much money, but you are buying a lot more. Interesting. I didn't really know their furniture selection was like a thing. Really. I also just don't know how this lady, I'm sorry to get back to the story slightly. I don't know how this lady would think. She went there with so much confidence. It's just interesting. I just didn't like it anymore. Okay. I mean, she said what she said. She was honest. I just didn't like it anymore.
And that's what she said.
And that's what she said. It served her for 3 years. That's what she said. So, wow. We're going to have to do a Costco run in the future. But let's move on. What happens if you turn into a chicken nugget? Netflix really does seem to greenlight anything and everything that is proposed to its Korean division. It's no doubt thanks to the roaring success of many wacky shows that have come from the country to the streamer. The latest that might find itself achieving such success is its upcoming series that sees a father attempting to turn his daughter back into a human being after she was turned into a chicken nugget by a strange machine. Wow. The plot synopsis for the show says, quote, Choi Ming-ah, the daughter of a company president, mistakes a new machine as a device which helps her with her fatigue, and she is accidentally turned into a chicken nugget. As her father, Choi Seon-man, and intern Go Bakjong, who has a crush on her, try to turn her back into a human, they discover unexpected secrets. It's unclear when the show will make an arrival to Netflix, but Netflix Korea has gone as far as say that it's planned as one of its Q1 2024 editions before also sharing an image of the show too. Wow.
I'm sold. I'm sold.
I'm so interested on where they got this idea for this show. I don't know who would ever sit there and be like, well, what if I turns into a chicken nugget? But you know what? I live for the creativity because I like scrolling on Netflix and seeing a variety, and this is quite a variety. So I don't know.
No.
I'm imagining the different kinds of chicken nuggets as well. Like, are you a McDonald's one? I see Cane's all over my For You page. Are you like a crispy chicken nugget like that? Are you like a Wingstop nugget, a Wendy's nugget, BK nugget? I don't know. I would like to think I'm like a Dave's hot chicken nugget.
It's because you're a hot chicken, baby.
All right. Stop it, Pookie. You're making me blush.
No, Pookie.
Okay. I feel like if I would just turned into a chicken nugget and I was like a McDonald's one, all that, come on. I need a little bit crispiness. I also really live for like the long chicken nuggets. So I wonder what it's going to look like, or if it's like a Tyson's chicken nugget. That's wild. So maybe we'll have to do a watch party when it comes out.
Oh my God, or a dino nugget.
A dino
I'm gonna
nugget.
say dino
A watch
nuggets.
party while we eat dino nuggets.
Maybe we'll eat
That's
so many nuggets that
genius.
we turn into a nugget by
Well,
accident.
they do
So-
say you are what you eat.
You are what you eat, baby. There you go.
Did anybody eat chicken nuggets during the Super Bowl? Because Patrick Mahomes is doing something.
I did not, but let's hear about Patrick Mahomes, shall we?
Shall we?
Shall
Why
we?
are we still talking about? Why are we still talking about this?
Do you want me to
So-
I can take this story if you don't want to take it? Because I know this is a sensitive topic for Laura. Me and Laura got into a little tiff over Super Bowl. It's a tough time. I'll just take it over. You want me to take it
This
over?
one's
This is tough.
honestly, I think you're gonna have more fun reading it than I am.
I know. Because
This one's for Julia.
I'm a Swiftie. So Patrick Mahomes reveals what Taylor Swift song he sings in the shower. Patrick Mahomes has no shame in being a Swiftie. That's on period. Following the Kansas City victory against the San Francisco 49ers at the 2024 Super Bowl on Sunday, the NFL quarterback explained what song he sang in the shower recently. During a Q&A from Disneyland that ESPN shared on TikTok, Mahomes was happy to show his support for Swift. The interview asked him, quote, "What's the last song you sang in the shower?" Almost instantly, he responded, "Love Story" by Taylor Swift. Iconic quit. That, my opinion, iconic pick. As the world has watched Swift's real love story play out this football season, few have had a better seat than Mahomes, who is teammates with her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. Kelce has done with his own share of singing Taylor Swift songs as he showcased that at the after party he attended post game. Once the stadium was cleared out, the pair and their closest friends and family headed to Zoic nightclub at Resorts World in Las Vegas. The event was DJ'd by the Chainsmokers. I did not know that. As seen in a video shared on their TikTok, Kelce did his own rendition of You Belong With Me, and instead changing the words to Are You in Love With Me instead of You Belong With Me. It's safe to say that many of the Chiefs are likely to become full-on Swifties in the near future. I saw clips of this all over TikTok, and I think they're really cute. I do feel like I'm watching a little bit of a high school romance play out. And I think that it's kind of funny that Mahone said love story as the pick. But I love the TikToks of them at this nightclub after the victory because I think that they're honestly just having such a good time. So it's very cute. I'm enjoying this content. Not everyone is. Sorry, Lara. Sorry. Sorry, Pookie.
We have
It's
like two
okay.
sides of the story here.
We do. We have two sides to the story, and Lara and me, we didn't understand each other at first, and I now we're good. My Pookie and I are back good, and I deep down think you're a big Swiftie. You just don't know it yet.
Oof.
I'm a speak now girly, and
You're
that's
speak
it.
now, girly, and
Me
you are a girl's
too.
girl. If all girls are like stands of Taylor Swift in some way, shape, or form, so I feel like, you know. I feel like there was a miscommunication. We'll blame
My
it on
favorite my favorite T Swizzle song is Enchanted. Okay.
Well,
That's
speaking
one
of
of my
songs and
faves.
T Swift,
Guys,
shall we take our BuzzFeed quiz to
I
find
think we should. I think we need to.
sing in the shower? And here on the Morning Buzz, we really love a BuzzFeed quiz. Oh my God, I love this already.
Wait, guys, I already took it. Can I share mine? I was too excited. I was too excited because I know
yes. Go
Tuesday
ahead.
Buzz does BuzzFeed. I got Welcome to New York.
Wow.
Yeah.
I took mine.
I just took mine too. It was very easy. I in fact do not sing this song in the shower because I've never listened to it, but it's Mean.
I got that
me
one
too.
too.
Oh, okay.
The three of us got
Wait,
Mean.
what did you put for your
I
answer?
got New Romantics.
Oh, that's a
I
good one.
feel like that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Disney
Nicole,
Princess.
guess what I also got?
Did you get Welcome to New York?
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at us.
Wait,
Now,
guys,
mind you, this quiz is called Answer 5 Random Questions and we'll tell you which Taylor Swift song you should sing in the shower.
okay.
And the questions are pick a Disney princess,
Yeah.
pick a color, pick a season, pick a city, and pick a drink.
Okay, so what did we all pick for princess? What did you guys pick? I picked
Ariel.
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 I'm kind of biased though because that's my middle name.
Did we all
That's
pick Ariel?
right. Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Pick a color. What did you guys do?
Blue.
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 Black.
Oh,
I picked black.
I picked black too.
Yeah. Pick a season. I picked
winter.
summer.
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 Fall. Fall.
Oh,
Pick a city.
New York.
York.
Right here.
Philadelphia.
Controversial
Mhm.
yet brave. I
How did
picked
I get New
Philly.
York?
Pick New
That's what I
York.
said. Okay, Mia.
New York.
Hmm. Pick a drink. I picked
Drink.
Coffee.
I got
Water.
water.
Juice.
Water.
Water.
Coffee.
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like I hate when they put water in there. It's like obviously we need that. We're gonna be drinking that.
Yeah.
Water
Like,
is my favorite drink.
That's such a Gwen answer. If you guys don't, for those of you listening, Gwen is a co-host here on the Morning Buzz. She is Friday Buzz, and I will always ask her like, "Do you want something to drink? Like, what is your favorite? You want a bevy?" She's like, "I'll have a water," and I love a hydrated queen. But
Get a little sweet treat.
yeah, I'm like,
That's a girl.
Gwen, why don't you want like an iced tea or like a diet, like a DC, like a little Diet Coke moment?
You know what would also be like a really, really sweet treat if we spun the wheel again, Marissa.
You're so
am
right,
so
Nicole.
scared. Like it just hit me that this is like
It's time.
this is
Time.
it. So are we spinning and eliminating? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we gotta
Okay.
narrow it down.
We're gonna have to
I-
rapid fire this.
I'm so scared. You have no idea because I'm getting texts from people and my dad I've been told that I will also be disowned if I'm a Cowboys fan and a Patriots fan. So,
Okay, let's
Ugh.
go first. Let's manifest it.
okay.
Manifest.
All right.
First one to be eliminated. Drum roll.
The Patriots.
Yippee!
Hooray!
All right, let
Yay.
me get them out of here. Get them out of here.
Get them out of here. We didn't want them anyway.
We don't want them here. If I can get the Cowboys out, I would be so happy. That is literally the Cowboys. Let's go. I
It
can't
worked.
make this up. Okay. So now we're down to Vegas Raiders, New York Jets, San Francisco 49ers, Seattle Seahawks, Carolina Panthers, and New York Giants.
Okay, I'm
I'm-
manifesting that Jets and Seahawks go out.
Okay, me too. I feel like I'd be flamed so hard if I'm either one of those.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like the Carolina Panthers are like kind of a safe choice, but kind of boring at the same time. Same with the Raiders, but I don't really know that much about them. No,
Giants. Giants got out.
the 49ers.
Oh,
They were my other safe choice. I'd rather be a Jets fan than a Seahawks fan though, so I can't be a Seahawks fan because this whole thing started with me flaming the Seahawks, and I literally said I was like there go the Panthers. I'm not liking this, guys.
So what are we down to? We're down to Seahawks.
We're down to the Vegas Raiders, the New York Jets, the Seattle Seahawks, and the New York Giants.
Giants. We need a
Lord,
pull through
help
for
us.
one W. One
Please.
W. Come on.
Give me a W in this, please. Please. Hold on. Wait.
I'm like holding on for dear life.
There they go, the New York Jets.
oh, yeah.
I think you're gonna get the Giants, and your dad's gonna be proud of you.
The
can't
Giants
take
just
them
always
out.
seem to be there. Like, okay, so the first time I did this, I spun the wheel. The first pick I got were the Giants. Like when I did it back in the first time, like on Thanksgiving, I got the Giants the first time.
You're just meant to be a Giants fan. And if you don't get the Giants, then this is like your like other what?
That's the Raiders.
They're out. The
This
Raiders
is
are out.
so funny.
So what
It's-
it's down to the Seahawks.
It's actually down to the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants.
Whoa.
On the edge
actually-
of my seat, bro.
I actually can't be a
Literally.
Seahawks fan, dude. I can't do it.
I'm so
All
sad.
right, cut the cameras. We're done. That was the
All right, take
New
a breath.
York Giants. We're back to our roots, guys.
You got New York
Yeah.
Giants.
Man,
I'm actually back to my roots.
Okay, you know what?
I-
What a beautiful way to end the morning buzz.
This is a happy ending.
true.
That's actually, I can't even make this up because honestly, I was saying before, there were some people who were like, there were some people that were like, were you cheating? And I was like, no, if I wanted to cheat, the Cowboys wouldn't be on there. I barely know anything about the Panthers or the Raiders. The Patriots
Yeah.
wouldn't be on there. Like if I was cheating,
You're meant to belong, Marissa.
but
New
I'm sure
York,
my
baby.
I'm sure my
Welcome.
dad's happy. Back to my roots, back
it's a
where I
crazy
belong.
thing.
I love it.
I'm
Anyway.
so happy for you.
I'm so happy. My heart was sinking. Oh, also I did say I made this very clear that I said I would buy a jersey for whichever team won. So
Gotta go get your jersey now.
I gotta go get, and I will wear it to the next meeting. Well, when I get it, I'll wear it to that
We're
meeting.
to the next buzz if you get it.
Yeah, I'll do that too. Okay.
Wow.
But this
Let's
has been
go.
the morning buzz here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Congratulations, Marissa. How do you
Thank
feel?
you. Oh my God, I feel so happy. I'm going to Disney World. I feel like I won the Super Bowl.
Whoa. Well, you could always tune in tomorrow with a different crew, 7 to 9 a.m., or you can catch us next Tuesday, 7 to 9 a.m. Thanks for starting your day with us and enjoy your little snow day.